I'm so excited to share some breath work with you today. My passion is helping people learn to connect deeply with themselves so that they can have self-awareness, raise their consciousness, and really get to know themselves in a way that lets them understand that they are a divine being. They are more than just this physical body. I spent a lot of my life focused on my physicality, and I still do. I love to work out. I love to use this body. I love to keep it strong. But I spent so many years identifying solely as what people see. And I'm so grateful for all of these gorgeous metaphysical practices that we have at our fingertips now, meta meaning beyond physical, like the breath, that we can utilize so that we can have a physical experience of our non-physicalness, right? We can experience ourselves as energy. We can experience ourselves as love. We can experience ourselves as part of the great power in this universe and divinity. We could experience ourselves as vibration. So there's so many other ways that we can look at who we are. And when we have that awareness and that physical experience that we embody within ourselves, it has helped me and it's helped my students to learn how to love themselves in a more robust way. So that if there's something about your physical being that you're not in love with, it doesn't matter. You're so much more than that, that you can experience self-love, self-worth. And so that is really my goal for teaching, is to help everyone have an experience where they get to love how they feel inside their own body. I like to think of the physical body as the vessel, and that everything that happens inside, our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, the energy of us, it's all part of who we are. And this outside thing is a gift, because without it, none of that stuff gets to happen. But that other stuff that we don't see is such a bigger part of who we are. It's said that our physical body is about 10% of who we are. They've been able to measure it 3 feet around us. So already you could think 3 feet around you is at least 2 times bigger than your physical body. And then I've heard that we can actually know that our electromagnetic field is about 9 feet around us. And some people say that when you work on strengthening and brightening the energy field, that it can end up being about 20 feet of this big, bright white bubble of light that is always surrounding you. And the cool thing about working on the parts of you that you don't see is that our electromagnetic field, for example, is the first line of defense in our immune system, that when it's bright and strong, none of that stuff out there can get through it and to you. And the same goes with other people's energy and other people's thoughts and feelings and beliefs. When we have a strong energy field, their stuff will stay out there and will not penetrate your field and therefore your physical body. Let's have an experience with ourselves as metaphysical beings, and we'll do that through breathwork today. So I invite you to come to sitting. You'll notice I'm sitting on a yoga mat with a block to lift my hips up, but you could be sitting in a chair or any way that feels comfortable to you. When I first started practicing seated practices, like some of the breath we'll do is sitting, some of it will stand, but sitting a lot was challenging when I first started to. And I was a longtime yoga teacher, had a strong physical practice, and I realized, oh, it's so different getting comfortable with this one posture. So use props, sit on a stack of folded towels if you need. You could put some blankets or towels or pillows underneath the outer knees to help yourself. If your knees are way up high because you've got tight hip flexors, it's a really good idea to just have something hold them so that you can relax. So first and foremost, we want our physical body to be comfortable. And now we're just going to try a few different breaths. Start by sitting up nice and tall. Notice your sits bones grounding you. And if you're in a safe place and you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And we're just going to practice our natural breath with mindfulness. Mindfulness is being present with exactly what you're doing in the moment that you're doing it. So right now we are sitting up nice and tall. Perhaps you can just have an awareness of your sits bones grounding you in the chair or on whatever you're sitting on. You can feel your spine lengthening up toward the sky. Maybe you're noticing that it takes a little bit of activity in the abdominal area to hold your body upright. Perhaps you can shift your awareness to your sternum bone, that center bone in the chest, and feel the bottom of that bone pulling down and the top of that bone lifting up. Perhaps you can notice your shoulders relaxing right now and your chin drawing back toward your throat so that the crown of your head, the back of the top of it, is the highest point in your body. And just be present with your body sitting up nice and tall. And with your lips softly closed, begin to shift into an awareness of your breath. So notice the breath as it enters through the nostrils and as it leaves through the nostrils. Notice how that feels to be aware of your breath and feeling in an emotional sense. And then begin to notice sensation of the breath. So that could mean on your inhale, you have an awareness of how cool the air is. And on your exhale, you have an awareness of the warmth of the breath leaving. Stay with that for a few rounds. And when you need something else to pay attention to keep yourself present, shift to noticing what parts of the body expand on the inhale and what parts of your body soften or contract on your exhale. And when that is not holding your attention well, switch to something else, like perhaps you can start to count the breath. How long is your inhale? And then how long is your exhale? Just counting in your own mind. And do that a few more times, counting in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now we're going to inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2. Exhale nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath held out. 2, 3, 4. Continue. In. Count in your mind. holding. This breath, exhaling slowly, helps to create a sense of peacefulness and ease. Holding out. Count in your own mind 4 counts for each of the 4 parts. Continue. You might notice that if your mind wandered, you're no longer able to remember what count you're on. And that's okay. Just start again. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling. And holding out. Stay present and count in your mind. One more round. And inhale deeply through your nose. Hold the breath, engage root lock, squeezing the rectum, perineum, and pelvic floor. It helps to lock your energy within yourself. And then exhale with a sigh. And then come back to your natural breathing pattern. Stay still and quiet and just observe. Notice what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what's in your heart space, physical sensations, any awareness of your energy body. And perhaps you can even notice your connection with your highest self. Amazing. Blink your eyes open. And we're now going to do a breathing practice that is going to help you expand lung capacity. It'll help you to create stronger and healthier lungs. And we're working on our lungs, and therefore we're working on our ability to have faith. Faith, not like a particular spiritual belief system, but faith in yourself, faith in goodness, faith in that all things are working out for your highest and best. And you'll just sit up nice and tall, rest your hands by your sides, make sure your fingers are a bit relaxed. You could even, if you're in a chair, let them hang by your sides. I'd like you to have your eyes open for this exercise, and you'll pick one spot ahead of you at eye level that you'll focus on. We call it a drishti focus. Good. With your eyes softly opened, through your nose, inhale deeply into your upper chest. Hold the breath and relax your neck and shoulders. Keep your eyes open. Inhale more. Hold the breath. Try not to exhale. Inhale a little bit more. Hold. And now control your exhale out through the nose. Exhale slow and steady until you're emptied, and then come back to a natural breath. Good. So if you have high blood pressure or a heart condition, with this breath, I only want you to do 3 sips of breath in, holding breath in all that time, and then you'll exhale. It's exactly what we just did. Everyone else, I want you to exhale when you feel like you need to. We're going to try to go for 6 breaths in. At any point, if you feel lightheaded or dizzy, please stop the breath, exhale through your nose, and just relax. And when you're relaxing, you may want to sip on some water, which will help to raise your blood volume and ground you again. All right, so it's important to be paying attention to yourself in this exercise. So everyone keep your eyes open, sit up nice and tall, pick one spot to focus on. And here we go. Through your nose, inhale deeply into the upper chest and back. Hold the breath in, relax the shoulders. Inhale a little more, hold. Inhale a little more, hold the breath. You're stretching the walls of the lungs. So that was 3. You'll exhale if you have high blood pressure or heart condition. Everyone else, inhale a little more. If you exhaled, be kind and loving to yourself. Inhale more, everyone else. And take one more sip in, even though I know it feels like you can't. Hold. And slowly exhale through your nose. Once all the breath is out, come back to a natural breath pattern. You're welcome to close your eyes for a moment and just observe what you're feeling inside. Observing sensation, emotion, thought, beliefs, ideas. Not judging any of them, but just noticing. Beautiful. And then blink your eyes open. We're going to do this breath one more time. So pick a new spot to focus on at eye level. Sit up nice and tall. Remember, high blood pressure, heart condition, only 3 breaths in. Everyone else, you'll try for 6 again. And if at any point you feel like, oh boy, this is too much, that's your cue to stop the holding of the breath and just exhale and then breathe naturally and sip your water. Inhale deeply into the upper chest. Fill up all the way, don't save any room. Hold the breath in. So the walls of our lungs have elasticity like our brain does, that neuroplasticity. And so we're going to just let them keep stretching open. Inhale a little bit more. Hold the breath. Inhale more. Hold. Exhale if you need to, if you have those conditions. Inhale more. Hold the breath. Relax your shoulders. Eyes stay open. Inhale a little more. Try one more sip in if you can, and hold. And slowly exhale through your nose. All the breath out. And then close your eyes and just breathe naturally. And experience the effects of that very simple but very powerful breath. And while you're in the experience of it, can you tune into yourself as energy? Can you tune into yourself as thought by planting the thought, all is well, everything is great, I'm feeling good, I'm having a very cool experience in my body and around my body, and I declare it all as well and good. Notice how that changes your attitude and your feelings emotionally. And then when you're ready, blink your eyes open, and we have time for one more breathing practice, the buzzing bee breath, so that you have an experience of the vibration that you are as well by vibrating sound. Place one hand on your upper chest and one hand on your low belly. We're going to breathe along with this track, inhaling through the nose, and then making a humming sound like you're listening to, also out through your nose, but with a vibration. And you create that vibration by keeping your lips closed and constricting the vocal cords a little bit, and you'll feel it up in the sinuses. So let's begin in nose. You can keep your eyes open, gazing down at the tip of the nose, or you can close them all the way and focus up at your third eye point, center of the forehead. Inhale again, long, slow breath, a 4 count perhaps. The higher pitched you make the sound, the longer that sound will last. But even if you run out of sound, try to keep exhaling until you're emptied completely. Inhaling. Start the exhale with the sound vibration attached. Feel the vibration in your lips, your sinus cavity, your whole head perhaps, maybe even in your chest. Continue just like that. Keep going. This breath with a longer exhale is soothing for the nervous system. It helps to activate the autonomic nervous system to shift you into the parasympathetic dominance of your nervous system, the relaxation response. So allow yourself to feel that dominance of the relaxation, the restfulness, the receptivity. And continue. If you notice your mind wandering, pay attention to where you're feeling the vibration in your body on your exhales. One last round of the breath. Inhale deeply through your nose. As you exhale, let your hands slide down to your lap or your knees and just sit up nice and tall. Come back to your natural breathing pattern and observe yourself. See if you can observe the vibration still lingering in your head, your sinuses, your whole body. Ask yourself if you can have an awareness of the vibration that's in your aura. And then start to shift your awareness to what your thoughts are, maybe simply noticing that they've slowed down a little bit and you have a little bit more peacefulness in your mind space. Notice your heart space and your emotional state. Are you feeling pleased? Are you feeling joy? Are you feeling a sense of peacefulness or relaxed? Is there a sweetness or a sadness? Any anxiety or frustration that you had before? Can you have an awareness of it's dissipated or lightened? And then allow yourself to come back into the body physically and notice any physical sensations. And then take a moment and just fill your heart with gratitude. So much gratitude for yourself, for having shown up, for having done this practice, for making yourself feel the way you do now, for working on your mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being, and carving out a half hour just for you for self-care. Nice work. And see if you can take that sensation of gratitude in your heart and allow it to turn into self-appreciation and perhaps even self-love. Take a breath cycle in that awareness that you can appreciate and love yourself, and practice that feeling right here and right now. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm so grateful to have shared this half hour with you. I hope you feel amazing. It's my honor, my pleasure to serve you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Hope to hear from you and see you again soon.